These words seem simple, but their meanings are worlds apart. A single misplaced word can sink a project, void a contract, or turn a heartfelt message into an insult. The English language is filled with these linguistic traps, words that look and sound alike but carry vastly different meanings. They are the subtle errors that can undermine your credibility. In the next few minutes, we'll demystify 10 of the most treacherous pairs, turning confusion into confident clarity and making you a more precise and powerful communicator.
We begin with the classic heavyweight battle, affect versus effect. The key is to remember that affect is an action, a verb. The meteor's descent will affect the planet. In contrast, effect is the end result, a noun. The landing created a breathtaking effect on the landscape. A simple mnemonic can be your guide. A is for action, affect, and E is for end result, effect. Grasp this and you've conquered one of the most common mix-ups.
This leads us to the subtle dance of time and comparison with then and then. Then is your storyteller, a word that organizes events in a sequence. We docked the ship, then we searched for the treasure. It's all about what happens next. Then, however, is your analyst, used for making comparisons. The new discovery was far greater than we had imagined. If you're outlining a schedule, it's then. If you're weighing two things against each other, it's then. Now, let's tackle a rule breaker that stumps even seasoned writers. It's versus its. The apostrophe in its isn't for ownership. It's a contraction, a compact version of it is or it has. You'd say, it's a masterpiece of engineering. But when showing possession, the apostrophe vanishes. The bird protects its territory with a song. If you can't logically substitute the word with it is, then the correct possessive form is always the clean and simple its. This brings us to a pair that can either perfect a sentence or muddle it. A complement with an E is something that completes or enhances another. The sauce was the perfect complement to the grilled fish. Think E for enhancement. On the other hand, a compliment with an I is an expression of praise. The critic gave the chef a glowing compliment. So remember, I give a compliment, but a good wine complements a meal. From a pair to a tricky trio, ensure, ensure, and assure. To ensure is to make certain something happens. Meticulous planning helps ensure success. To insure is a financial act, protecting something with an insurance policy. The bridge is insured for billions. Lastly, to assure is about people. It's to remove someone's doubt. The engineer had to assure the public of its safety. You ensure an outcome, insure your property, and assure a person. But what about when we're talking about distance? This is where farther and further diverge. Farther almost always refers to a literal physical distance that you can measure. The village is 2 miles farther down the road. Further, however, is used for metaphorical or figurative advancements. We must look further into the cause of this problem. If you can't measure it in miles or meters, the word you need is almost certainly further.
Now consider the difference a single vowel can make. Something that is stationary with an A is still, immobile, or not moving. The guard remained stationary at his post. But stationary with an E refers to your collection of writing materials, paper, pens, and especially envelopes. Think E for envelope. So while a parked car is stationary, the letter you write from inside it would be on stationary. A simple letter swap creates an entirely new concept.
For our final pair, we navigate the world of subtlety and separation. To be discreet is to be tactful, cautious, and intentionally unobtrusive, especially to avoid embarrassment. The negotiations were kept discreet. But discreet means separate, distinct, and individual. The project was broken down into 5 discrete stages. So while a spy operates with discretion, a problem can be solved by looking at its discrete components. It's the art of being unseen versus the science of being separate. If this video helped you, like and subscribe for more insights. Thanks for watching.